It is Wednesday, my dudes, which means it's time for some more shamelessly ripping off progressive rock songs from the mid 90s. It is December the 8th, 2021. We're really here this time. All of us, as a matter of fact. How's everybody doing?
See if we get
Yeah.
people on stream.
I'm
Yeah.
here
What's
now.
happening?
Robin's
That's how I'm
here
doing.
now.
We found him.
Yeah.
How are you doing? I live.
Yeah, so
Is it good enough change for everyone?
yeah, so
Yeah.
we tried to start a couple hours ago, but Robin was asleep, and then we sort of goofed around for a little while, and then we just decided, all right, that's enough
Yeah.
goofing, and we signed off. And then he woke up and was like, "Here I am." So now here we are.
Oh.
Gonna be a short one. But yeah, we'll pack it up. We'll pack it all in. Gonna be action packed with all sorts of tasty treats. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Mm.
I'm also tired, but that's always the case. Last time, where's my cat? Last time, you guys killed some basilisks in the desert, and then you brought their eyeballs back to a merchant in exchange for a hat, and then you went to Rocinante and met some weird druid people, as well as the Eye, a strange individual who could apparently see your futures and also your pasts, and they told you all sorts of interesting things, some of which was difficult to process, but you guys managed it. And then everybody sort of had a little debrief with each other, wherein Rook explained in no uncertain terms that he would like to kill most of the Blackmires, and you guys were all kind of like, all right. And Celeste revealed her former identity as the old high priestess of the old church before she was forcibly deposed. And you guys were like, all right. And then you decided to repress all of those emotions and head off towards the island of Synn, where you heard that there was an abbey, and you heard that nobody else had heard from them in a while. So as you got close to the island, you saw what looked like the remnants of an enormous fire before suddenly the weather changed and became swelteringly hot, resulting in your hopper crashing to the beach. This was somewhat unexpected behavior. Generally, you don't see that in a major household appliance. And you guys are kind of now emerging from the sort of capsized hopper with a very disgruntled cat in tow, and kind of looking around on the other parts of the beach here. A couple of things strike you. A, it is very hot, like extremely unseasonably for the end of autumn here. B, it seems to be a different time of day than it was as you approached. It seemed like it was around sundown when you approached, and now the sun is kind of on the other side of the horizon, which is a little bit disconcerting. 3, there are what look like two other wrecked hoppers not too far from you on either side of you on this beach, in various states of disarray and disrepair. That's what you see.
This was not what we were anticipating.
No, we crashed.
Yeah, that doesn't usually happen.
Yeah. Not great, Captain.
I am very sorry, but I don't really know what I could have done about that.
No, I know. How do we fix?
Well, it's kind of hot. I don't think we're going to be able to get this thing off the ground.
It's unbearably hot.
Could we get indoors?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're going to die from heat, but it's certainly too hot to get this thing going.
Yeah.
There's a You guys kind of look, and maybe a couple of miles away towards the middle of the island, not a very big island, towards the center of it, there is what looks like kind of a large hill, atop which sits what you assume to be the Abbey. A pretty good-sized building. It seems to be kind of a square wall surrounding a central building with a large, tall, circular tower in the middle. And kind of at the base of that hill, maybe a couple miles away from you, there is what looks like kind of a small smattering of buildings, like a very small village around its base.
Seems as good a spot to start as any.
Celeste and Cinder,
Seems like likely the only spot to start.
Well, yes.
you two with your high passive perception, you also notice one of the hoppers that's busted to your right seems to have a couple of bodies around it.
I was gonna ask if I could go check for life and age of wreck, but I guess that answers one of the questions outright.
It's a little bit odd. The wreck is charred and kind of falling apart. Like, like generally what a shipwreck looks like and how wood ages. This looks like the wood has kind of burnt away and charred and dilapidated and slowly kind of almost decomposed and fallen apart. Like, it looks like the wreck is pretty old. The corpses look, however, like they just died. See, there are 3 humans, 2 men, 1 woman.
What?
Kind of dressed like you would expect folks from the unnamed islands to dress.
Is there does it look like they got attacked, or is it like
Make a medicine check. Anybody who wants to.
cool?
I'll go over there and get closer look at all whatever the hell's going on as well.
That's fun. Let's see it. Not bad. All right,
Oh,
cleric.
sweet God.
Yeah, so
All right, tree.
Millicent, you can tell there's some bludgeoning. Cinder, you can tell a couple of them have some burn marks and singes. One of them has a large stake of wood impaled directly through them, but it looks like a sort of a shard of the deck of the hopper that they were in. It looks like their crash was a lot more violent than yours was, and the wounds are consistent with them dying in that wreck. But as though it happened maybe 20 minutes ago.
Oh, gee.
Something doesn't fit with this. These look like they just died, but the ship looks much older, like it is set for some time. I originally came over here hoping to see if there was anything that we could salvage for ours, but it looks pretty well destroyed. They look like they died within the hour.
But you said that
Like,
it looked like they
there's
died
no-
from the wreck, though?
Yeah, it looks
Okay.
that way for the most part.
But what? Maybe someone placed them here?
Doubtful. It would be strange for them to be. It looks too natural, the arrangements and the cause of death. It would be an odd thing to stage with bodies recently killed. And difficult, I would think.
Maybe gentle repose or something like that? I don't know.
Perhaps. How long does that last?
I don't know.
Weekend.
A while, but someone would have to be. Based on how long the ship looks like it's been here, someone would have to be doing that relatively often.
Um,
You said there was 2 wrecks?
Yep.
Also,
Perhaps
how
we just
many-
get the other. Yeah.
how many bodies on the first one? Sorry.
Yes.
3.
Good question.
3. I think I would. Eh.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them has a small knife. One of them has a scimitar on them. A couple of silver pieces. They look generally just kind of like either a very sparse crew of pirates or just travelers from the unnamed islands, kind of dressed the way you would expect 3 humans.
I'll wear my
Fairly
Tom then.
nondescript clothing.
Shall we check the other?
I imagine it probably won't hold many more answers, but worth it. Worth the look.
The other one, kind of off to the other side of you on the beach here, looks a little bit more like yours. It's a nicer hopper than Jensung's, but that's not especially difficult. Looks like it came in for a slightly softer landing as well, kind of like you guys did. Like it's upright and it's kind of anchored and tied down, but it's definitely sustained a little bit of damage.
But it looks
No,
like
not
it
like
looks
the
like
other
they
one.
survived it.
Yeah, there's nobody around it, so
Also, just for your reference, Gentle Repose would only last about 10 days or so, and it is a second level spell. So
Hmm.
that'd be some time and effort for someone to come out here and spend all that energy to keep them looking fresh. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
Prevent undead, I guess, but also why not just bury them at that point?
anybody who wants to can make a perception check for me as well. You guys all can see pretty clearly, because you guys are kind of on the beach here, a couple of pairs of footprints leading away from that one, kind of towards the town, that kind of fade out as the sand gives way to harder terrain.
Should we follow these?
Suppose we should follow the path, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
We're going that way anyways.
Yeah, might as well, because currently we're not getting much answers from this right now.
Don't think we will get any more.
Right.
Miss-
A little pessimistic, but...
Well, I mean, from standing out here, I don't get any more.
Oh, yes, okay.
Could I check and see, like, how old the footprints seem to be, or if I could, like, try and gauge how long the two wrecks have been here?
Go ahead and do a survival check for me. Well, from what you know about, like, how beaches and sand work, the footprints are probably pretty fresh. The wrecks, it's hard to tell. Like, the one of them looks like it's been here for at least a number of months. The other one, because there's not quite as much damage, it looks like it's pretty still in a good shape. The parts of it that are damaged don't really seem to have deteriorated too much.
This one certainly seems newer, so hopefully we can find the other people. I was a little concerned if this had been here for a while, and the ship was still here, then somebody else came across the same problem that we had and didn't find a way to solve it, so that's at least encouraging that it looks fresh.
I don't think they solved the problem, even though it's still here. So,
Well, yes, but perhaps they haven't been here long enough to, and
perhaps,
there's still hope.
see if we can find them at the village. Or the abbey, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess we start walking.
That's right.
Guys, head that direction, kind of to the east. The heat gets worse as the day goes on. The sun kind of comes up over the horizon a little bit more. It's not unbearable, but it definitely feels like a pretty hot summer day in comparison. As you guys kind of approach the town here, the sand of the beach kind of gives way to just a very almost barren kind of plain, pretty flat, not a lot of rolling hills or anything, not much in the way of trees. You walk for a few hours until you kind of start reaching the outskirts of the little town here. You don't imagine too many people live here, but there is kind of a small forest near the northern side of the town, and it seems to mostly be at the western side of the base of this pretty tall hill. You would imagine the hill would probably take you the better part of an hour to get up all the way. There's kind of a lot of switchbacks, and it's a little bit on the steep side, where the abbey sits on the top. As you guys approach the town here, There is a little bit of a commotion, it seems like, going on in the square. You guys kind of make your way up to what looks like sort of the general town center here, where there's 15, 20 people kind of standing, looking at a few individuals who seem to be... There are, let's see. There's two figures who seem to be carrying another one. There is, one of them is this human man, maybe like mid-50s, kind of curly blonde hair. He's got this kind of bushy mustache. And with him is this short, brown-scaled kobold, whose age is hard to gauge. And they are carrying with them this human woman. Looks pretty young, kind of dark skin, short cropped hair, kind of wearing like a smock that you would expect to see from a person of the cloth, as is as are the other two, as they seem to be coming from the direction of the abbey. And they kind of just walk into the center of town and set this person down, and you can see pretty clearly they are dead, this person that they're carrying. And this man kind of pushes past you guys through the crowd, kind of coming from a building behind you. You see this another human man, kind of thinning black hair, also probably in his 50s, kind of wearing like a white coat. He has a couple of instruments at his belt. Looks kind of like a medicine man. Comes up. Right, let me get a look. What happened? You see the other human who brought her down just kind of pipes up. Right, he fell from the window of the southwest tower about an hour ago. Not precisely certain circumstances surrounding it. Nobody was with her when it happened, but somebody found her as she walked the perimeter. Seems to have died from the fall. But always say you want us to bring this. Whatever happens, you want us to bring them down to you, so good. Right, well, you did good. Let's bring her into my home. Everybody, disperse. I'll report back if there's anything you need to know. And the three of them kind of carry this body into this guy's set up little apothecary, it looks like.
What is...
Before everyone disperses, I'll just try to like grab the nearest person.
Yeah, you grab this, there's this dwarf guy, kind of long, silvery hair, pretty old. It's like, well, yeah. Oh,
Hey,
hello.
what the fuck's happening around here?
Well, it looks like someone from the abbey died.
Yes, I
It's
gather
tragedy.
that. Why are they being brought in there, and why is it so fucking hot?
It's hot because it's the middle of summer, and she's being brought in there because he's the doctor, and he likes to take a look at people when they die.
It's not the middle of summer, it's the end of August.
What?
It's the end of autumn.
No, it's not. Are you alright?
What?
It's the 28th of Dor. What?
I'm sorry, say that again?
It's the 28th of Dor, last I checked. You're not
Okay.
from around here, are you? We're sort of near the hottest part. It's rather unseasonably warm, but not too much. It was about this warm yesterday. I imagine it will be about this warm tomorrow.
Have you seen any other people coming to town lately? New?
You're the only
Ish.
new ones.
Or like last week or a month ago?
No. We don't get too many visitors here, not much call for it.
30th of Door, what year?
1047, I think. Is that right? Yeah, 1047.
At least that
Okay.
was the same.
Mm-hmm.
You are very interesting, by the way. What are
Thank
your names? I haven't seen you around. I'm Erded Ormhorn. I run the general store.
Oh, that's nice. I'm Lucas.
Hello.
I'm Celeste. Sorry.
I'm Millicent.
Hmm. Okay. Hello.
That's Cinder.
Okay.
We noted some fallen hoppers when our own hopper came down in this heat.
How did you get it here? Is it usually off months for hoppers?
okay, there's going to be no easy way to go about this that doesn't make it sound very, very odd, because it already is a very strange situation. We've been traveling for a bit and traveling to different areas, but also in the different areas, it was the 30th of Hav.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, it's last night. I think we're gonna break him if we
I don't
say more.
I thought I would try, I know.
really know what. Maybe you should talk to the seer once he's done with the.
You know, I think that's a grand idea. Yes.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Dreadful. What happened to that young lady? Matilda, I think her name was. What can you do?
What can you do?
Great things happen at that abbey, they study the astral things, and all that. Big observatory, looking at the stars and whatnot.
You said it's off months for hoppers. Is that because it gets so damn hot?
Yeah, it's pretty unsafe to fly them.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised you managed to get yours here. And
How long has it
curious
been
as to
since
why.
Yeah, how long has it been since you've seen a hopper?
Oh, sometimes they come earlier in the year. Some people like to visit the abbey. There's a pretty sizable library there.
Can you think of like weeks or days or any other quantifiable number?
Oh, I mean, the last time I saw a new visitor was probably about 3 months ago. But they left.
Oh.
Strange fellow.
Alright.
Played a lute. It's nice, but weird.
Did you catch her name by chance?
No.
Alright.
I just run the store,
That's fair enough.
But yeah, if you need rope or
Of course.
we have a lot of rope, but if you need other things, we might
I
have
do
them.
have a lot of rope. Alright.
All right,
We will keep that in mind, sir.
we'll get back
Thank
to
you.
it. If you need a place to stay while you're in town, the Wizard's Will is there.
No. Thank you. You
Yeah,
just
thank
might.
Anyone else getting a very specific vibe right now?
Oh yes, very specific.
And
What's going on?
well, my personal guess is that either, well, if it was just the fact that it was constantly hot, I would say something about strange weather manipulation. But the fact that he thinks it's a different, it's.
Did you say it's summer?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
fact
that's
that he
4
says-
months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact he says that gives me more concerns for something a bit more annoying and complex to deal with.
Yeah, he's senile.
Yeah, that guy was
it's 4 months
crazy.
ago.
Although it is really hot.
It is.
That
Yes.
it is.
It's so bare minimum. There's some weird magical shit going on, and that we are probably going to have to go deal with it, if I had to guess.
And
I'm
we're
gonna
probably
guess it's happening in the Abbey.
Yeah, that's
I
a
would
good
wager
guess.
that as well.
Cool, we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
I would not mind seeing the doctor before we left. If
Might
he's
as
the one that
well.
sees the
Mhm.
bodies from the abbey, if there's anything strange going on, he may know of it. At least get a little bit of an idea of what we're walking into.
Well, I don't want to talk to a corpse. I'm gonna go to the inn.
Yes, I
Oh.
think that's a grand idea, yes.
Yeah, you do that.
You can try to gather information too, Captain.
Yeah, we'll
At the inn.
we'll reconvene.
Yeah.
I suspect the information the captain will gather is about what kind of alcohol they have here.
Yeah, although it looks like it's kind of late morning right now, even though I'm really tired. What's up with that? Anyway, walks up.
Who's to say? Alright.
I'm not excited about the whole idea of there's being some weird time thing going on here.
Yeah, I think we need to leave.
No.
Well, in order to do that, I think we have to go deal with the problem, considering our hopper is duly stuck.
Well, shall we visit the doctor and pretend that we're we're normal?
Just look at Cinder. I don't know what you mean by that.
Alright, to a degree, to a degree.
He does
that
have
we're
a hat of
not
disguise.
from Have 30.
That's-
But yes, also Cinder, maybe you should like
Use the
What
I
would
mean-
you
Zero.
like me to become?
I mean,
Would
also,
a
no one's.
normal Warforged be more acceptable?
I mean, probably a little, but I don't know, maybe just be like I don't know, be Millicent's brother or something. I don't know.
I mean, also, is he like in any particular danger here? It kind of. I don't think anyone's gonna be aggressive towards him aside from the fact that people are gonna notice us.
Yeah. No, I guess that's it. You're fine, I guess.
I mean, unless you want him to use a hat and then.
I guess we'll be
Sometimes you
noticed
use that.
either way.
Yeah.
I don't mind, just have your hat on like normal, I guess. Just
You see the two guys who
which
brought
will
the
be.
body into the doctor. The two of them come back out and start kind of chatting to each other off to a side.
Shall we
Lead the way.
Oh, excuse me.
The human guys come. Oh yes, you're new.
Hello, we just landed
Oh
rather terribly.
yes.
And
Why were you flying at this time of year?
Oh.
Hmm.
well, we just lost track of time, I guess. Uh what's happening? What's going on here?
Well, it's dreadful actually. Matilda Talia, one of the students of the abbey, she fell from the tower and on one of the corner towers of our wall and seems to have perished.
You do you suspect foul play, or do you think she
I mean,
jumped? What?
I don't think she jumped, but it's difficult to say in situations like this. Nobody was watching her or anything. Nobody saw. I don't know. I don't have reason to suspect foul play, but it is concerning.
Definitely. Well, we were kind of planning to visit the abbey, if that would be all right.
Oh yes, we're open to visitors.
Oh, excellent. We were gonna chat with the doctor first, but
Okay, yes. That's Dr. Tobin. Tobin
Nice.
Santa. He's a good man. Little much, but
okay.
Has anything else been weird been going on? Like,
you see the kobold guy is kind of like, the abbot's usual weirdness, but you know, what are you gonna do about that? You know, what
Well-
indeed?
What's the usual weirdness mean?
I mean, he's just, you know, he's an eccentric religious leader type, you know.
Hmm.
Buys a
Not
little bit
more.
too much into the holy texts. No, no. You're right, but say it to strangers.
Has there been any other visitors recently?
Oh, not recently. You don't usually get them this time of year.
I
Right,
mean,
right.
does anyone else, or does anyone travel out that way? Like, even just for a walk or something?
Towards the beach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really. Reason to.
When was the last time you had a visitor?
Beginning of the year, thereabouts.
Hmm.
3 months ago, something like that. Yeah, that weird fella with the loot. Elf guy. Didn't really like him. It was an odd one. But he left.
Did he do anything strange here or anything like that?
No, he just spent a couple of days reading some things in the library and then saw his way out. Generally, why people come unless they want to study to become monks of some kind.
Did you catch a name by chance?
No, he didn't give one.
Of course.
Try not to pry. People do come to us from all walks of life, and we try to be pretty accepting.
Fair enough.
A little too accepting. No, no.
Would you mind if we just chat with the doctor and then maybe followed you back if you're going back to the Abbey?
Oh, sure, if you're quick. We do have some schedules to keep up there.
I'm sure it won't take that much time.
Alright. Gut, do you want to go get us some snacks for the road? Yeah, I'm on it.
Do we want to ask the doctor anything in specific?
I
Just go ask him the same things you already asked those individuals. So
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Also, it's a little weird that like I know no one has any reason to go down that way, but has it really been however long for those two hoppers to have crashed and not one person noticed?
or to just leave the crashed hoppers on the
Yeah.
shore of the.
Yeah.
Even if it has been months, it is odd to me to not recover the wreckage and the bodies.
Yeah.
Sorry, monks.
Oh, I'm Jask Sornholt. People call me the Seer.
This, so yeah, when does the off month start
Well,
for hoppers?
it's different every year. Usually people just don't try to fly them during the summer when it's hot, but they can sometimes get away with it at night. Although the last couple of days have been pretty sweltering.
Hmm.
You guys do remember this year there was a particularly warm stretch towards the end of Door.
That's probably around when the hot season would have started there. Or
Yeah, that's
something?
around. It's like the middle of summertime.
Okay.
Always hot.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are definitely not from around here.
No.
So what brings you?
Certainly not.
Just kind of want to take a look at the Abbey. That's really it. I'm just a little curious about it.
Well, we could chat more on the way up. Go have your little meeting with Dr. Tobin if you want.
Right.
You guys kind of go in there. You see, it's a pretty small shack he's got here. Like kind of at the front, there is a little counter with some shelves on the walls and shelves underneath the counter that have various looks like very sparse dry herbs, stuff that you generally recognize to be very basic kind of medicinal stuff. And you see there's like a door open with a light coming from what looks like a little back room. Kind of make your way back there, and you see there is just a bench with this corpse laying on it. And there's like a table in the corner with an oil lamp on it that this guy seems to be. Oh, yes. Hello.
Hello. We just arrived
I see that.
in town, and just a few things are seeming a little off. We wonder if we could ask you a few quick questions. I know you're a little busy, but
Yeah, so they're quick. He kind of turns around and kind of takes his spectacles off that he's wearing.
right. First of all, I was just kind of curious. You said that people bring you the bodies.
Well, I'm what passes for a medical examiner.
Did you find anything odd about that one?
But I haven't really gotten much of a chance to look.
Right.
Like a pretty cut and dry. Fell out of the window.
Anything else strange about it?
Again, haven't had much chance to look yet, but
Right.
Actually, never mind. Just sorry to hear about such a tragic loss.
yes, it is. Tragic is the word. But usually have
Whatever.
cases like this coming from up there.
Had she been here for long?
I believe she started studying at the Abbey at number 5-6 years ago, something like that. Another gifted monk from what?
There was from what I've been hearing, a strange bard that came by about 3 months back. Yes.
Yes, I think I recall him.
Have any details about that individual?
Really, didn't really.
Has anything else
The
strange come up?
average traveler is going to have more on their person than invited any establishment in town any length of time. If any of you have ever dabbled with potion making or herbalism, you probably have more on your person than I have in my whole shop. I'll do what I can to make.
Has anything else weird happened here? That we've heard rumors of just odd things, and wasn't sure what was going on.
Yeah, the occasional odd things happen up at the Abbey, but that's the nature of the astral self, I suppose. It's a rather ethereal and esoteric school of study. Occasionally, they have artifacts of some magic power that they acquire there or find in the library, and some odd things occur from them. But nothing especially recently. Nothing of note anyway that I've been made privy of.
Nothing at all within the past few days or so?
Oh, no.
Week?
No, this is the first interesting thing that's happened in a while.
Hmm.
Do you know of the ships out on the beach?
No,
Hoppers, rather.
no, I don't. Where visitors come, land when they come, but obviously nobody's been coming right now because of the weather. I'm surprised that you're present. You take a Zeltenbrock gridliner here.
No. Suppose we'll just
Better
have to wait till it gets a bit cooler.
Better climate where we came from. I was just surprised to see the wreckage of other hoppers still remaining
Really?
out there.
Yeah.
There is?
Yes.
Mhm.
Fascinating.
3 bodies as well.
Bodies? Well, perhaps I ought to go have a look at them.
Perhaps you want to.
Yes, well, thank you for notifying me. I'll get on that.
Inside.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I would like to as well.
Anybody who wants to can.
Okay.
Should I have towered that?
Nope, that's fine.
Great.
Let's just see what I rolled. Yeah, sounds about right.
Wow.
All right.
Okay, doctor.
Cinder and Rook. This guy has a very high opinion of himself. He sees himself as the savior of this town, as the smartest person here. He's the one who keeps the wheels turning, as far as he's concerned. The idea that there is something out there, some bodies out there that he doesn't know about, seems to disturb him, but also he doesn't quite believe you. Like, he seems to think anything that happens in this town, he's gonna know about, because he's the smartest man around. But you get the feeling that he did not know about them, and will probably go and check.
Took us how long to walk here?
Close to 3 hours.
Oh,
Okay.
sweet God. That explains it.
Alright, well, perhaps at some point we'll come back from the Abbey and just check in the whole body issue.
Yes, sure. I will do with 3.
Yeah, there was.
That's right? Yeah.
I will go
Yep.
see if I can gather some help and have some people bring them back with me
Hmm.
here.
I think that's all I had for him. I don't know.
Yes. Just curious.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, sir.
Yes, of course.
Make our way on up to the Abbey then? That really seems to be where
Yeah,
we should be headed.
Yeah, perhaps we should speak to this abbot.
the crazy one.
Yeah, the crazy one.
Mm.
Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. I
Okay.
got a hold of an
Uh-huh.
artifact,
Mhm.
and it
Yeah.
and it did this. That's it. That's as far as my. I had thought that maybe something with the bard, but that was 3 months before this was happening, right? So
Yeah.
I think the bard might honestly have just been somebody like us who came and went, this place is fucking
I-
weird, and left.
yeah, I think so. I
The
mean, I
difference was
imagine
he came
that,
during a time of year where he was able to leave.
yes. I imagine that maybe whatever is going on here must have happened between the little hot day period of time, like week or so.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah. The fact that they think they're 3 months behind makes me concerned about some either a reset or they're just in a limbo. or I honestly am not sure with that regard. This is very odd. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, just quite straight up concerning. I have nothing else for that.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, let's hurry to that abbey, I guess.
It's great. You see the seer is there. You ready to go?
Yes. How long do you imagine the walk will be?
We're brisk, about 45 minutes.
Let's be brisk, please.
See the little kobold guy comes back. He's like, "Hello, Lamar."
I'm fine.
Old ones. Kind of points towards Millicent. You should try one.
Just like think about it. Takes one.
Alternative to
It's
meat.
basically one of those Nature Valley crumbs fucking
Yeah.
everywhere bars.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, I just like gobble it. I was like, oh, good. It's like crumbs all over. That's pretty good. Yeah.
I guess next time you're in towns, you can buy some of that along with your meat.
Yeah.
All right, up we go. How was your conversation with Dr. Tobin?
Well, we were concerned, and well, it's just a shame.
It really is, yes. She was a bright student. Very inquisitive.
Hmm.
What was her field of study?
Oh, the same as all of
Yes.
us.
Yeah.
The way of the astral self was her motivation. She had apparently visited a couple of other monasteries, but decided that was the way she wanted to move forward with her career. She had gotten pretty skilled with her martial ability, practicing, whatnot, sparring. She did express some interest in just also the further astral, the astral plane, all of that business, the observatory in the central tower. The abbot generally keeps a pretty tight lock on that place, but sometimes he lets the brighter students utilize it.
Did she ever get to go in there?
Yeah, she did a few times. A couple
Did
of
she
days
ever
ago.
seem different?
No, she was happy to be able to utilize the telescope and all.
Hmm.
Spent a lot of time in the libraries below as well.
Will we be able to speak to this abbot when we get there by chance? Is he a little hard to get a meeting with?
Oh, he is a very busy man, but if you come during, say for our lunch service, our afternoon service, you'll be able to hold with him time after.
I'm sure we could
You might be able to find
fit that
him
in.
at lunchtime as well.
All right. Well, after you.
Right. So yeah, you just kind of learn. He's happy to sort of talk, as is this little kobold. So you kind of get a little bit of info from them that there are maybe 25 monks here who study or just work or just kind of look after stuff. The library is below in kind of a cellar, and it is labyrinthine. It was built, he describes it as having been built by an overly ambitious Daedalian architect, and that if you do not know what you're looking for, it is very easy to get lost down there. The central tower of the abbey is where the abbot does his research and work, and the top floor is where he has his big astrolabe and his telescope, and he does occasionally let bright students make use of the room, but never without him being there. They just kind of interpret that as eccentricity and protectiveness of the abbey.
You keep records of who goes to read whatever.
Not really. We generally are pretty trustworthy of anybody who wants to come this far to study has probably got a good reason to do so. We're a little bit off the beaten path. You can say that again.
Yes.
We have this is a time of year where it's a little bit difficult for us to sustain ourselves. We stockpile. Every so often we get goods shipped into us from benefactors in unnamed islands, but obviously not right now. You guys march your way up to the abbey,
Mhm.
and you reach it. Right as you guys reach the one of the bells in one of the towers on the corner here, just starts chiming, and you count 10. Like, right. Gut and I have some business we would like to go and see to before lunch. But if you want to, he just kind of like takes you guys through the gate. Kania, and you see this human woman, very like early middle ages, maybe early 40s, kind of braided, long red hair, wearing the same like smock. She can take you around the abbey and show you around. Kania, these are some visitors. Lucas, Millicent, Celeste, Cinder. If you need anything, we'll be in the central chapel.
Of course.
You see, she kind of comes up to you guys. Right, hello. Don't get visitors this time of year usually, but what would you like
So
to
we're
know?
here.
You hear about Matilda?
Yes,
Only
it's-
partly.
Yeah, we just heard about it. It's very unfortunate. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
dreadful.
Did you know her well?
I try to make it my business to know everybody here. Kind of takes you guys through this kind of central courtyard between the outer wall and the central abbey there. It's a very nice, kind of serene garden with some trees. There's like a little pond. Some people milling around, just kind of reading or chatting to each other. Very kind of laid back atmosphere, considering what happened this morning.
How many people, or how many students does the Abbey, oh, I guess that, does the Abbey have right now?
Well, now, 17.
Oh, I see.
Oh. Quite a lot more students than, I guess, masters.
Well, it's really just the seer and the abbot who, and Gut, I guess, but he's more of he's just sort of helpful all around. He's not really a master or anything. Kind of the right-hand man to the seer.
What does the seer do here?
He runs some services, he teaches, he's sort of the second in command behind the abbot, but between you and me, the students like him a lot more.
So we've heard the abbot's kind of a strange fellow.
He's an eccentric, that's for certain, but nobody can deny his skill.
As in martial arts, or as in...
Yeah.
All of the monastic ways, you know, he's martial and he is a very well-read and well-learned man, and he came to us a number of years ago with a lot of artifacts in tow that he was hoping to study here, and that, you know, that influence talks. When you have a reason for outside visitors to come and pay patronage to your monastery, that gives you a little bit more power than perhaps you might have. But he's been a good abbot, I think. He's a capable leader. He takes care of us. He's got his foibles, like we all do.
It's very interesting, though. I studied some of the arcane myself. Does he allow people to look at the artifacts that he brought, or is it something he keeps too close to his chest?
Well, his best students he lets look at them, but infrequently.
In the observatory?
There or in the library. There's a number of study rooms down there.
I've known some artifacts, and this is just from my own studies back home, but some of them have been maybe volatile, but like, has there been any weirdness from them? Or is it just
On
neat-
occasion, some odd things happen. Nothing especially alarming, just kind of weird things. Like one day, somebody turned into a potted plant and then unturned. A couple of hours later, that was a little bit jarring for them. One day, all of the soup turned into wine, which was odd, but we had a good night.
Fair enough.
Is this place on a gridliner section? It sure as fuck is.
Yeah, it's on a conflux point.
Did you say that someone gave you all these artifacts?
Some of them were here when the abbey. Well, the abbey's been around for a very long time, and some of them just kind of find their way here over the centuries. The abbot, when he arrived about 10, 15 years ago, he had a couple of them with him in his possession.
Oh.
And he was kind of hoping to study them here, using our books and resources. He did actually manage to figure one out. There was an anvil that was apparently used by one of the powers that he figured out how to identify and unlock its latent ability, and he donated it to the folks over in Alakesh.
Yes, we were just around there, not too recently.
So generally, that's most of them seem to be related to saints, in some fashion or another.
I'm very interested to hear about them. If we could get, Joel, there was maybe a chance that we could speak to the man himself at the
Yeah, so
noonish service or something.
lunchtime will be around 1. After lunch at 3, there's the afternoon service. You might be able to find him at lunch. Sometimes he's lately been taking lunch in the tower where he's been working, but he might still come down. Who knows? And he gives the afternoon service at 3, and after that, you can speak to him probably. It's just a very general sort of all-purpose sermon that he usually does. It's just sort of discussing whatever his recent findings are and his connections with the spiritual world. It's pretty religion agnostic.
Interesting to hear at the very least, I think.
A little dry for me, but
Would it be alright if we just kind of took a walk around until then?
yeah, you're welcome to go wherever. I would be careful about going in the library if you don't know what you're looking for, because you will get lost.
Right.
And if you want to go into the tower, you should probably try to talk to the abbot about it first.
Cool.
But yeah, you're welcome around. It's pretty simple. These outer walls here have mostly student housing, bedchambers, small meeting rooms, that kind of thing. The towers are also lodging, mostly on the corners. Courtyard here is open up, very nice. Obviously the chapel in the middle here, and then the library's beneath that. Cafeteria is attached to the left-hand side there, and the kitchens. And directly to the north of that, in the center as well, there's the tower, which you can access from outside if you get permission. I think that's about everything. Not an especially large place we've got here, but it's home.
Well, let's see, what time is it now?
A little after 10.
Thank you. Oh, sorry. Got
Oh,
something, Celeste?
Yeah, in the meantime, would we be, as visitors, privy to study in the library while we wait for lunch, or is that something that needs to be arranged?
You're welcome to go down, just be careful.
Okay.
Hmm.
Is it just because it's like, mazy, or
Yes,
just...
it is labyrinthine.
Okay. Well. Okay, so we'll make sure to be careful, and I appreciate it.
Best of luck.
Just start walking off.
Yeah. So, not hard to piece together what may have happened. Bunch of weird artifacts and someone who's very into messing with them.
Yeah. I'd be curious as to just check on that southeast tower. Where
Yeah.
Matilda fell out of. See if we can piece anything together up there first.
What exactly is our intention here? Are we looking to investigate the death of this individual? Or are we looking to learn of what the Abbey has to offer? What is our goal right now?
Well, goal right now is to not be in the middle of summer.
Yeah, okay. That's fair
My
enough.
current thought was to maybe, like, stay out of trouble for right now and go to the library and see if there's anything that might be relevant to us. And then at lunch, go talk to Abbott Man and see if we can talk to him and maybe see if he's aware of something weird going on, or if he's just blissfully ignorant like the rest of the people seem to be.
I would also be interested in the library if we could find something of relevance to our previous conversations there. Whether that be about the Black Myers or the Ascension. Or...
We could also look into the tower. We could split up.
Well, to be frank, if they hesitated with us going to the tower, and I don't think.
Oh, not the observatory stuff.
Oh,
Just
fair.
where the girl fell out of.
I
Yeah, if
think
you.
we should all go together wherever it is we go, but I think we will have time to do whatever it is we wish. I don't think we're going to fly out of here today. We can start with the tower if it interests you, and I'm sure we'll have time for the library eventually.
Millicent,
Hmm?
what would you like to do?
I mean, the tower sounds interesting. I guess a library. I can't really read much, so I don't know much how much fun that will be. We need to be sneaky. I can make us sneaky if we want to
I
look at the tower.
I think perhaps we should save that for after an abbot's talk.
Yeah, maybe we get a read on the abbot first before we decide to.
Yeah, but I see value of doing both things before we see the abbot. I feel like we can get info from the library, whether it's our personal stuff or these weird artifacts that this guy has. Maybe there's something.
You guys see this kind of where you're in the courtyard where you're chatting. You see this halfling guy, pale skin, kind of curly light brown hair, hard to tell age, but kind of comes flouncing out of the central tower, kind of closes the door behind him. He's got this sort of wooden tray that he's kind of carrying on his shoulder. He enters by, makes his way towards the chapel.
Strange fellow. Alright, I don't know, we can go to the library if you want.
I. Or.
I'm inclined to follow your lead on this one. Little fuzzy on what we're going to accomplish. I think the biggest thing is the abbot, and we just have time to waste until.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm familiar enough
nice.
with the library, but if it's a labyrinth, then it might take a little bit of time to try to sift out information that we may find relevant.
Mhm. You know what, maybe let's go to the library. You two seek out some information there. Maybe Millicent and I can look at these study rooms.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
sounds fine to me.
Should we ask for one of them to help us navigate, or should we just kind of go ourselves?
I,
Could like lay out rope or something if it's labyrinthine. We look like fucking idiots, but we wouldn't get lost.
I mean, we've done that halfling guy and asked for his advice. I
He-
suppose.
yeah, I've been in many a library, so I'm kind of a bit. I have my doubts about it being that much of a maze, but also it could be a mess. So if we want to go ask that guy, we probably could and have it be a bit more efficient. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'll go ask him. I'll go jog after that halfling.
Yeah, he's kind of like going into the chapel now. He's like, oh,
Hello.
howdy.
Wondering if we could have someone help us look into the library.
Oh yeah. Well, someone's already down there. If you want to go meet up with
Oh.
with hell's that guy? Rudd.
All right, excellent. What are you carrying, by the way? What is that?
It's a tray. I work in the kitchen. I was bringing the abbot some late breakfast.
Oh, is he in there?
He's in the tower.
Oh, God.
That's why the tray's empty. I already brought it.
Fair enough. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Did you come back with the seer? Did you happen to see where he went?
Yes.
Did you happen to see where he went?
Ah, I don't think so.
All right.
Why?
That's right. I was going to meet up with him. I'll find him. Thank you.
Oh, yep.
Walks off.
Go back to the group. Alright, you said there's someone down there already, so I guess we could just ask them.
Okay.
I guess he just brought lunch, early lunch, or late breakfast to the abbot. I guess he's gonna meet up with the seer.
Fair enough. So we just start on. Let's just head over then.
Sounds good to me.
All right, you guys. The entrance is in the kind of the primary chapel there. So you see there's a few people in here as well. But there is a door kind of off to the northeast there that's clearly heading down into the library. So you head over there. There's a pretty long marble, like this chapel is very nice looking, rows of pews, kind of an altar up at the front, kind of what you would expect to see from a rather nice, like, small temple. Marble all over the place, but also a lot of like wood in the rafters and beams and such. Marble staircase spiraling down maybe 50 feet until you get to this, so you kind of come out into what is very clearly the library, as you just are immediately welcomed on either side of you very claustrophobically by these tall shelves lined with books and scrolls and scraps of paper, paperweights, bookends, and kind of lining the top of them are all of these very strange, large kind of carved busts of various creatures and animals and monsters and dragons. And it's kind of odd because you kind of see it goes forward and then to the left and right, and you can see that some of these like shelves are stacked like 3, 4, 5 deep, and you kind of have to like slide. They all seem to be on wheels or tracks, and to kind of reach certain shelves you have to slide them over and slide them around, which contributes to this sort of maze-like quality that this place has.
Why? Okay, yeah, let's go find someone.
Alright. I guess just when we get to one. Hello? Is there someone here to guide us around, perhaps?
You just hear your voice kind of echoing out. Hello? Hello?
Okay.
Ah, well.
Is looking at the books, or the ones that I can currently see, is there any rhyme or reason to how they're sorted right now, or is it just
Not that
like...
you can tell.
Oh, excellent. All right. Well, I've seen small children organize books better, so we need to find someone. I'm not sure how, and I really don't care for how this is set up. I'm honestly feeling a little uncomfortable right now.
Yeah, let's do our best to remember what turns. Maybe just take a left up ahead. And just go straight forward.
You take a left and go straight forward. There's immediately another kind of turn and set of books in an intersection. Kinda
Roll it to the side.
Move things around, and everybody can make just like a general investigation check to find a person in
Ooh.
here.
I'm going to give myself guidance.
Can I focus more on, like,
No.
tracking the path that
Sure,
we've been on,
yeah, you could do a
and
survival.
remembering that
Oh God.
to try and make sure if we don't
Don't
find
make
somebody,
me
I
be
can
the
get
one
us
to
out.
find a person.
Oh my
course.
God.
Oh, wow.
This
we be
place,
lost.
this place is insane, and it's not long before you guys are like, "Oh, how did we?" And Millicent, you're just kind of looking around, and you see
Yeah.
a stone wall up ahead, and there is like a little door in it.
Oh, look, a door!
Oh, maybe that's a study room. Or something else. I don't know.
Yeah, I like walk up to it. They're like, maybe the guy's in here.
Yeah.
Like, knocks.
Like, what?
Oh,
Hello?
someone's in here.
Oh, people.
People. Can I
Hello.
open the door? I was opening the
You
door.
see, it's a pretty small study room, like one of the small ones in the lead library. There's just like a small table, like 4 chairs,
Yeah.
and a little oil lamp.
Yeah.
There's a tiefling man in here, kind of pale red skin, kind of black like braids, like dreads, kind of looks up at you. He's kind of got a stack of books he's kind of reading over. He's like, hello.
Hello.
Hi. He's like, open the door more so everyone can see.
Hi.
Hi. We're lost.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Is there any order to how things are sorted, or is it just
No, not really. It's kind of unmitigated madness down here.
I
Does anyone know where anything is down here?
Not really. No, you kind of just put books back wherever you find a spot.
Cool.
This is why you pay librarians so good.
So how do you find the books if people have just put them wherever they find a spot?
It takes a while.
Yeah. Imagine so. Are there more study rooms near here?
Not near here. No, there's only 4 of them down here. There's kind of 1 in each corner.
Good.
They're in the northeastern corner, by the way.
Oh. Is a stairwell in the center?
No,
Okay. Where is it?
it's on the western wall.
Oh.
It
I
doesn't
see
make
why
any
you
sense.
said
Stop
we were-
trying. Yeah, stop trying to make it make sense, man. It's not gonna make sense.
Can we just follow this wall? And like move bookshelves, I guess.
Not all of them move.
Cool. Alright.
Some of them seem to move on their own too. Also,
Are you a student here?
yeah, I'm Rudd.
No.
Oh, I haven't heard about you. Yes.
Rudd Tierlin.
Did you hear about the thing earlier?
About Matilda.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty messed up.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that. And, I apologize for asking after that, but with the library in the array that it is, like, I'm sure you students just kind of have to deal with it, but for anyone that comes here, like, we heard about that bot that came through here.
Yeah, that guy was
Like-
an asshole.
Oh. Did he say his name at all?
No, I didn't ask. I don't
Okay.
need to know assholes' names.
But, is there any particular books here that people search out for, or topics that people search out for?
All kinds, lady.
Did he ask for any in specific books?
Just looking for like extra planar stuff.
That interests me.
Good luck.
Do you know where he put them back?
I don't even know if you
Okay.
found them.
Yeah.
Alright.
How long have you been here?
4 or 5 years.
And how does the studying here go for you, given the seeming difficulty of these resources and apparently the
Well,
eccentricity of your abbot?
well, luckily the seer is pretty good at what he does. The abbot is too. He's more weird about it. The astral self, as a school of study, doesn't do too much with the whole book learning side of things. That's just kind of for us to check in on if we feel like it. It's a lot more metaphysical. A lot of meditation, thought exercise.
I don't imagine the seer would know any better about where stuff is down here.
Generally, when he finds stuff that he wants, which you're not supposed to do. Whatever.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, really.
Yeah.
Well, do you know a good way back
Yeah,
to the stairs?
I can take you guys that way if you need.
I think perhaps that would be better. I don't know how long it's been that we've been meandering.
Feels like it's been quite a while.
We wouldn't like. We kind of would like to make the service.
Oh yeah, that's not till 3. You should.
Okay. We'd also like to have lunch, though.
We should get back around lunchtime. Yeah.
Oh, well, that'd be great then.
But yeah, it should be about. Yeah, we should get back around noon, I think.
All right.
But yeah, this way. Kind of leads you guys. You guys are looking. You're here because of Matilda, or
Only partially. Just we did come to just kind of see what this place was about.
a lot of
And the
weird people.
Matilda thing happened upon entry.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
Yes.
There's a nice lady.
Sounded like it. People said she was a inquisitive mind. Yeah.
Yeah, she spent a lot of time down here. Visited the observatory more times than anybody else I know too.
Oh. It's a rare privilege, right?
Yeah, if you got to be real smart.
Mm-hmm.
For reference, when we entered, we came down the stairs, went straight a little bit, and then there was like a left and right, and we went left
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and cleared some shit out of the way and kept going that same direction.
Yeah, you kind of did your best to follow that path, but some of the bookcases didn't move, so you kind of. Yeah, he told you were in the northeast corner.
Oh. Trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you walk back, the path that you take back looks nothing like the path that you took here.
Yeah.
And I do my best to track this one.
You can make a survival check.
Can I just look at some shit that's on the shelves as we're walking back and see if
Yeah.
they sound like extra planar?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a perception as you're kind of seeing as you walk by.
And can I be looking around for anything that was like pertaining to like Ascension or at least like older history texts?
Sure.
My self guidance on that too.
I feel like
I
I'm be
do
focusing on
not think I
survival,
see.
so I can't do the perception.
So, Rook, most of the books are not labeled
Great.
on the spines, at least, and if they are, it's usually in a language that you don't understand. Cinder, you have a slightly better idea of the path that you took to get here this time, but it's not great. Celeste, you do pass by a shelf that has a rather hefty tome on it. That just simply is marked with a glyph on it that you recognize as kind of a very early religious symbol that denoted the ascension.
All right, I'll make a note of both the current shelf location and also like what the shelf looks like with all those other books. Yeah, or
You want me to grab it?
Grab it.
you grab it.
Alright, I'll try to just.
Yeah,
Discreetly put
it's
it
like
into
it's
my
like a
bag.
phone book, but yeah, you kind of just like you get the book.
Alright.
And eventually you guys make your way back up.
Yeah.
And as you guys kind of emerge into the chapel, you hear some screaming coming from
Uh-oh.
the west.
I have a hunch. Let's go see.
Yeah, I'm gonna start moving towards that.
Yep. I'm like, oh.
You guys kind of head that way, where some people are milling into this like kind of small dining hall area, and you see there's like a door, a little back door behind the kind of counter where the food is laid out. It seems to lead into the kitchen, and
Hmm.
the screaming seems to be coming from there.
Press into there.
Yeah.
There's a kind of a
hopefully.
throng of people kind of around, but you kind of push in there, and there are like 3 or 4 people wearing like white aprons and the, the chef garb, and they're just kind of like standing, and kind of in the center of the room there's this big boiling cauldron of like a stew, and kind of face down in it is a halfling guy,
No. No.
and one of them is just kind of like pulling him out and kind of laying him on the ground. He's hella dead.
Oh.
Like past anything I could do.
Yeah.
Cool.
What happens here?
How
You see
did
this guy, this like kind of rotund, like middle-aged human man. He's like, I don't know. He was working on a stew, and then we just heard a sploosh, and he was just in it
Just all of a sudden, out of nowhere.
out of nowhere.
is stew like full boiling? Like
Yeah, it's pretty freaking hot.
Is this like
What
a
was
big...
that?
Doesn't
his
seem
kitchen.
doesn't seem
Yeah.
like hot enough to kill someone.
Yeah.
it just that seemed like it.
Alright.
You see
Uh,
the seer just kind of like comes in with gut in tow behind you guys. He's like, what happened? Oh. Mm-mm. The gut just kind of like shoving through. He's like, come, let me in. What's happening? Oh.
For the record, a soup shouldn't be hot enough to instantly kill someone.
See,
Third-degree burns,
the
sure,
the
but
cook
not
guy
kill.
just kind of like throws a little towel over the body and just kind of like, I mean, it's not it's hot, but no, it doesn't seem like it should be that. But
Well, no worries, we have a doctor of our own.
all right,
Let's go take a look.
you four stay in here. You cooks, just bring out whatever you can. Get these people out of here. Get them food. Just calm them down out there, okay? Gut, you help with that. Yeah, all right, boss.
I'll go ahead and go take a look at the guy. Cinder, do you want to help me? You're
Yeah, I was gonna
better
say.
with raw
maybe send her.
medicine.
I got a +7 to it.
Yeah, I don't have a proficiency in medicine.
Oh,
I have
well,
it.
there we go.
You help me. You want a guide?
Yeah, I'll guide.
Cool. I'm rolling terrible tonight. Thanks for the guidance.
Kind of
Wait.
peel it off. He's definitely got some burns on him from falling in the soup, but it becomes pretty evident that that's not how he died. Oddly enough, you kind of like feel. It doesn't seem like that either. It seems like, from what you can tell, he was dead before he fell in. And you kind of look, and you can see that on his hands, all of the fingertips have like what look like ink stains.
He look poisoned.
I would say, Rook, make a medicine check for me.
Yeah, if you mention that, I'll kind of come over and take a look.
And just hold up his hands to you.
Medicine check?
Yeah.
I
I would say you
I
could
can
add
give
your
you guidance.
proficiency.
Okay. Sorry, you said guidance.
Yeah.
For...
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
22.
Yeah. This is, you kind of look over it and you have a thought, and you kind of open the mouth and you kind of pull his tongue out, and you can see it also seems to have ink stains on it as well.
Ooh,
And
nasty.
these, as you know, are common side effects of arsenic poisoning.
Definitely poisoning. That's some arsenic right there.
Arsenic? That's
What?
Did we notice anything like that on the body of the lady? I suppose I didn't really
Didn't
investigate.
take a proper
What?
look.
That's. Should we bring him down to Dr. Tobin?
sure.
See if there's similarities.
No idea what to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who was in here with the cooks?
Just the cooks?
Can you bring them back in here?
Yes. Gut, bring the cooks back in.
What? Do I know how long the poisoning would have to take effect to?
It's hard to tell. It would depend on the concentration and how it was administered. See these 3 other chefs just kind of come back in. The fatter human guy, and then these 2 dwarf women who look around the same age, or maybe probably relatives.
Just you all in here, yes?
Yeah, just the 4 of us.
Any of you were nearby him at the time?
Not really. I mean, it's a pretty small kitchen here, but we all kind of have our own stations and things that we work on before the lunch rush.
You see him eat or drink anything while you were making the food?
I mean, he takes a little, bite off of whatever we're working on, snack here and there, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Like the soup?
Yeah, to taste test it. We're not serving that, though. It had a body in it.
I mean,
Yeah.
no. But also, if he was poisoned, we want to know where.
He was
Where
poisoned?
from?
Yes.
Yeah, keep that to yourself, though.
Why would anybody want to poison him?
Just gonna throw one of these in advance. Did I accidentally too? I sure did.
This guy looks concerned and confused, for the most part. It's hard to see. It doesn't seem like he's particularly bright enough to perpetrate something like this, and you don't really know much about him, but you can't see why he would.
I use my kit to just take some of the soup and test it for poison.
Yeah, I'd say you could take a little bit of time and do that.
Guys, question. Let me get on this.
If the kitchen is this small, surely you all have seen him coming and going. How
Yeah.
did nobody notice this happening? How?
1 minute he was standing there working on the soup, and next minute he was in it.
Do you
Is
know?
the seer still in here?
Yeah.
Seer, did you meet with him?
I did, yes.
Okay. That was right before this, yeah?
Yeah, about half an hour ago.
Did he seem fine at the time?
Perfectly healthy.
Hmm.
Reporting on the goings-on of the Abbey like he usually does.
Alright.
Throw one more inside it for the seer.
Also, that.
Great.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I would
The
like to
seer
know
is
that
the
my
seer
ass.
is a hard man to read.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, for all of you, the seer is a tough man to read. Rook, you just sense a lot of genuine concern from him, but
Okay.
that's pretty much it.
Mm.
He seems like he's trying to go through a lot in his mind right now.
Yeah. As I just kind of turn back to the soup thing, I'll just...
Yeah, you spend
guess
a few minutes. The soup seems clean.
That's not the soup.
That's good. We still
Well,
shouldn't serve it to them though.
No,
We're not
no,
gonna
of course
serve
not.
it. We got other stuff.
Yes.
Also, that's actually a bit more concerning because we don't know the source of the poison now.
Hmm.
I... Give us a few moments here, gentlemen. We're gonna... our little group here has to put our heads together, and... That's how we work best.
Did you do that out there so we can keep?
Yes, of course, obviously.
Okay,
yes.
thank you. All right, Gut, let's you and me grab this, and we'll take him here. All right. I don't want to carry any more corpses today, boss.
So we head out, and I kind of gesture for you all to huddle
Yeah.
with me.
Group huddle.
Alright. A few things. First of all, obviously I talked to that guy right before this. Second of all, damn it, I had a hunch that I should have followed him. But, whatever, I don't think anything of it, it was just some random dudes. Third, if it wasn't the seer who poisoned him, being that he was the person who saw him right before this, the other person who saw right before this is the abbot.
I
Who
mean-
was apparently pretty close with the other person who just wound up dead.
Yeah.
We know
I
the
mean,
abbot's eccentric, but not. We haven't heard anything of like.
well, yeah, he
You know,
doesn't. We haven't heard that he's a murderer. Yeah.
yeah, but I mean,
I know it feels weird. I mean, it's also two very different types of deaths. It seems like
yeah, yeah,
being
it's
poisoned and also, I guess, like pushed out a window or whatever, right? So,
yeah, especially with arsenic seems very specific.
does. But I suppose you wouldn't have access to too much poisons up here.
Yeah, I mean, if we, I'm not sure how much we trust the doctor, but if anyone's going to know where to find, well, I'm
Poisonous
not,
plants.
yeah, like, and if anyone has that knowledge, like, I'm not saying him, but if anyone inquired about it for the other medicinal uses for it, I don't even remember what, but could be, I'm not sure, like,
Is there like a
I,
forest or anything in this little tiny island? Or
There's a small forest to the north of town.
okay, feasibly you could possibly find some poisonous stuff in that small forest, but
Isn't that not how arsenic works? Isn't that like a metal?
oh, yeah, arsenic. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it generally
I
comes
just meant
from
other types of poison.
contaminated water.
oh,
Yeah, I think it would be like
Had a little drink with the abbot. I don't know. Alright. I definitely think we should talk to this guy though, still. And
yes.
be observant and careful.
um, I don't have, a zone of truth prepared naturally, but
I mean, we could just go to him right now. Unannounced and, quietly. Feels the best way to catch him, doing anything suspicious.
You guys at this point hear this kind of loud voice echoing from kind of the south part of the dining hall here, where there's like a group of people kind of gathered around, and you see this kind of very wide, muscular, silver-scaled dragonborn man wearing very fine robes. Now, my students, all is not lost. Have faith in the future. You will see it realized. Arnold's death, though a tragedy, will serve us in the end, a way of opening our eyes to how precious our lives are. And though he is gone, he will live on in our hearts and in our bellies. Oh, that soup of his. Did somebody get the recipe for that soup? You see, like, a couple of the students are like, "Oh, Abbott."
okay,
All
you
right.
know what? Nope.
No,
Also,
so
speaking as a
fine.
leader, what the fuck?
You did it. Nice.
Now, you see them kind of just like walk off, and he just kind of stands there, doing his best, like pensive.
Now's our chance.
Do you want to lead? I feel like you probably work your way around that.
Hello there!
Good.
Welcome, newcomers.
Yes.
I am
Hello.
Ixad Aliathorn, the abbot. I'm sure you've heard.
We
Have
have,
I?
actually, yes.
Please have a seat. Join me in some bread.
Also, have I ever heard of this man before coming here?
No.
Great.
I'm not especially hungry after that business,
Hmm.
but
Oh, dreadful.
Yes, yes. We've kind of found ourselves in a very strange situation coming to your little island here.
I'm surprised you got here at all.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
very warm outside. Dangerous, really.
Yes.
It's
It,
better climate where we were coming from.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much are we telling this guy? Why don't we just tell him the whole truth and see if we get a read? What?
You can try.
I'm right here.
Alright, so, you guys are like 3-4 months back in time.
What does that even mean?
In time.
4 months back in time.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the 30th of Hav out there. And that's why we sailed here and not... I mean... It would have been pretty hard to make if it was not that and hot outside your little bubble.
Yes, very good. I'll tell you. He kind of looks over at you, Celeste. He's very verbal. That's good. Do you have a scrap of paper or something?
Very verbal?
Kind of writes some things down. He's like, all right, here's a note. He just hands it to Celeste. There's a man in town called Dr. Tobin. I want you to have him look at this and then take a look at your friend here. There seems to
Sir-
be some kind of blockage.
No.
You did the right
sir.
thing to bring him here.
We've literally been traveling from the ladder and what country?
Should
Yes, those are also places. Very good.
Sir, I'm a cleric, please. What I'm getting at, we've been
Of
to other
Saloon,
places.
by the look of it.
Yes, and the date was definitely the 30th of Hav.
Well, at some point, yes, last year, of course.
So I'm not above waiting a week and preparing a zone of truth to fully get across the fact we're being serious right now.
I'll wait. If what you're
Okay.
saying is true, I'm not certain I understand it. But if what you're saying is true, there's some incredibly strange. I would blame the lattice, to be completely frank.
Yeah,
But that's generally
Wait.
what I go to. That's sort of my scapegoat. Those of you who rolled those higher insight checks, this guy, he puts up a lot of facades. There's a lot of layers. He's just kind of a gregarious asshole, from what you can tell. But
It's just layers all the way down.
it's just bullshit, and then you peel it back, and there's another layer of bullshit, and then something's up, but you don't know what.
Well, okay. Like, yes,
what
lattice, but
artifacts
also...
you have?
Okay, that...
You're going to have to be more specific.
Seems
That's
like
what
you
we're
have
getting
at.
nothing.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. You think that an artifact we have here at the Abbey sent us back in time?
To be more specific, I think it's kept you stuck in time.
Ah.
Or is in some way interacting with the lattice. I think you were probably closer with your first guess than we would give credit for initially, but
You're a smart man. Yeah.
something
know.
here is probably interacting in a way that would not be expected or directly visible, I would think, from the inside.
I'll have to have some of my scholars look into this. The conflux points act in strange ways.
Well, the doctor is looking into something that we have sent him on that would probably be fairly good evidence.
I'm sorry, are you a tree?
I'm just going to use the hat and turn into, like, split the difference between Millicent and Rook.
No, he's not.
Are you a hermaphroditic Genasi elf.
Yes.
I'll work those specifics out later. Anyway, the doctor in town is searching for something. When we landed on the shore of your island, there were 2 other shipwrecks, or hopper wrecks, one of which had the corpses of 3 ill-begotten travelers.
Oh.
Those corpses looked like they had died within the hour when I saw
Oh.
them, but the ship looked like it had rotted away for months.
Oh my.
If you wish for hard evidence of there being inconsistent time on your lands, you have it there.
Well, I have it in the form of your telling me that. That's not really hard evidence, but
If you
Well,
will,
but the doctor could tell you that after it
or
looks
you
at it,
could,
right?
or you could go see it. Was what I was suggesting.
Oh, of course.
If you
yes.
if you are looking to be convinced of something being wrong,
Well, right now I kind of like the idea of her doing the whole zone of truth thing. That feels
Okay,
like it
well,
requires a lot less effort from me, and I am very busy.
Alright,
I
well,
mean-
we can work on that, I guess.
I also, the 2 students of yours, well, I mean, yeah, 2 students died today?
Well, Arnold's more of a worker, but yeah,
I mean, still, that's people of your abbey.
absolutely dreadful.
And concerning, is this a, like,
Yeah.
aren't you concerned it's a trend?
3 would be a trend. 2 is an unhappy coincidence.
Arsenic. An
Arsenic?
unhappy coincidence.
What about arsenic? Is that how Arnold died?
Yes, he was poisoned.
Oh, I thought he just got boiled in the soup.
You can
No, that was after he was poisoned.
Oh, that's terrible. When Matilda
Yeah.
fell from the tower.
Well, she could have also been poisoned.
She died from poisoning and then jumped out a window?
I don't know. We didn't look at Matilda.
Appalled.
We got here and heard about Matilda. We did not study her.
Hmm.
There's obviously some sort of violent person or thing here, though.
Seems that way.
Being that there's been a poisoning.
Perhaps I should lock things down. You've given me a lot to think about, strange man.
Well, good.
I must get back to my study, unfortunately, but this was a fun little chat.
Do you have your artifacts
Yes,
that could have possibly done this?
I'm fairly certain they did not.
But you don't know what they
record
do.
of them?
What?
Go ahead, Rook.
I don't know
But
what
you
they
don't
do,
know
but I haven't activated anything. I'm just looking at them and reading about them. I don't like your implication, strange man.
Can I insight check this man specifically to see if he has any idea what the fuck he's doing?
You're certainly welcome to.
I'm gonna peel back a layer and find more bullshit, I'm sure.
I think you might.
Wilson's just getting more angrier just talking to this guy and just
Sitting there
frustrated.
seething.
Yeah, like she's just like,
This guy
Ah.
seems
What's
pretty
Temper Tantrum
convinced that
food?
he can do no wrong. You're not certain of much beyond that.
I hate everything about this man.
That's right, my flock. We will still gather at 3 for our afternoon servants, and it shall be dedicated to the 2 lives lost this morning and this afternoon. If you have anything to say, prepare some words. And walks off. And a couple of the students are just like start like
I believe this.
what the? Well,
This,
Well, I think it's time to check the tower.
yes.
this pains my very existence, by the by.
Right, well, I think Gut and I are going to take Arnold down to Tobin.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you go,
Check
look.
the other body.
Yes, look for signs.
Yes.
I'll show him on this guy what we saw.
Troubling. I will look.
Hmm.
okay. Yeah, let's go to the tower.
Go look at a tower.
Also, we're not
That's
eating
where
anything
the
here.
that seems like that's where the abbot was going.
Oh,
To his tower, or the one where
The
what's
one
it
on
about-
the central tower.
Oh. The Matilda fell southeast.
I think so. Yeah.
Is that like a separate tower though, right?
Yeah, it's on the outer wall. Kind of like where all the lodging is.
Oh. Could we look up there? Or...
Yeah, you could find
people.
find the usher who was kind of taking you around before,
Yeah.
Kania. Like, yeah, I can take you up there.
Yes, that would be appreciated, please.
I'm gonna eat something first, but
Yes, of course, of course.
you guys kind of
That's the
wait a
player
little
cost.
while for her to have her lunch.
I just want to see if there's any like signs of something, you know.
All right, let's go that way. Yeah. This is a little bit concerning. Ooh, one day.
Yeah,
That's pretty much unheard of.
it sounded like it.
That would be concerning literally anywhere. In a community this small, I'm surprised people are not more concerned.
yeah, that'd be considered in a large city.
Well, I think people are just trying to deal with it in whatever way they can right now. I don't know what that is for everybody, but
I mean, still.
you have to understand the way of the astral self attracts some strange customers.
Ignoring the presence of a killer potentially in your midst is a strange way of dealing with it.
Well, I don't know that everybody knows that it was a poisoning yet.
I mean, even like the abbot's eccentric, but like, I'm concerned for making sure that none of his other students, perish to this. There's eccentric, and then there's not okay.
I don't know what to tell you. He is
Yeah.
who he is.
Okay.
Kind of finishes up and brings you through the kind of like dormitories basically in this wall, and then to that southeastern tower, at the base of which there's just kind of a couple of tables and like some chairs, just kind of like a little public area with a staircase that goes up to the top. Kind of leads you up there, where there seems to be another one of those kind of study areas. Nobody in here right now, but the window kind of wide open, and you can see pretty clearly the window goes all the way down to the floor.
Was she in here alone at the time?
I believe so. I don't think it was in here really.
I was gonna step in. Start taking a look around.
Oh,
Ooh, Robin's really lagging right now.
Seeing things off, or
Oh, there you
no.
go. There you go.
Okay.
I think you're back. Make an investigation check.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna give him guidance.
Ah,
Yeah,
making.
guidance.
Yeah, you don't really see any sign of like a struggle or anything.
Mm.
There's not really
I
much
mean-
to see in here. It seems like
Is there anything else in the room? Okay.
There's a couple of tables, some chairs, like a bookshelf
Anything
that
that she
doesn't
was,
have
like-
any books in it.
Okay. Nothing that she was like studying at the time.
Not that you see.
I'll turn to the usher. What happened to stuff that she was studying?
I don't know. I don't know if she was in here studying or if she was just having breakfast or something. The abbot and the seer both kind of oversaw cleaning up the area after she was found.
Mm.
All right. That's all I could gather, I guess. I think perhaps we should just stick around till that for the sermon.
Yeah, I suppose so, and definitely stay in a group. That way we can. Because it would also make sense for her to have been poisoned and just when the poison overtook her, she fell out of the window. If she was sitting there or something.
Well, I guess if she was like sitting there looking out over the window, though. But if
Yeah.
not, then
Or someone saw an opportunity. That too.
yeah. As the sermon's gonna be right near the courtyard, I imagine.
In the chapel.
Yes. Yeah. Perhaps we should sit around right outside of that.
Yeah.
Keep our eyes peeled.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys doing? Just chilling in the tower here?
We'll go over and just sit in front of the chapel.
Okay. Your investigation and waiting for her to have lunch and all that jazz. About an hour goes by, and you see the seer and gut return from the town.
Yeah.
Oh yes, her fingers and tongue were blackened,
Ah.
and Dr. Tobin was not there.
He
Oh.
was
Ah,
probably
yes,
on
he
the
was
way
just-
to the beach.
Oh yeah. Well, we're back up here. We'll take care of some other business, but I'll see you at 3 for the afternoon service, probably.
Mm-hmm.
You guys just kind of hang in the courtyard till then.
Yeah. I'll ritually cast detect magic like 10 minutes before the sermon starts, I guess.
Okay. Anything
Just
anybody
keep
else
a
wants to
lookout.
do?
Mm,
Just confirming my IRL knowledge. Cyanide is a metal, not a plant, right?
Arsenic.
Sorry,
Yes.
arsenic. And yes, locate plants will not help us here.
I'm afraid not.
Go.
Man, why didn't I prepare detect poison for this one specific situation?
I don't know.
Because why would you?
Neither did I. Wow.
You guys see everybody kind of gathering. You with the highest passive, you guys see everybody, pretty much everybody here is gathered now in the chapel. The abbot kind of standing up at the front, but you do see Rudd just kind of like quietly making his way over to the staircase to the library and heading back down there. Doesn't seem interested in the afternoon service. As far as magic in here, there's really not much. You see a couple of people seem to have very like common magic items on them. Like one of them has a set of charlatan's dice. You detect a little bit of conjuration, but very, very small amounts here and there, but nothing as you kind of make your way around the room to scan. You don't see anything on the abbot. You don't see anything on the seer.
I want to go with my hunch this time, if that's alright with you all.
Are you going to make a scene?
No, I think someone should follow Rudd.
Oh.
Here, we have a very sad occasion for our afternoon service today. We mourn together the loss of Arnold Bunce and Matilda Talir, two fine additions to our abbey. Anybody who has prepared statements they would like to make about the deceased are welcome to do so now. You can make a stealth check for me if you'd like to try and...
Yeah. Hey.
Let me just see. Okay,
You have
he
lesser restoration.
doesn't seem to notice you.
It's always prepared.
Can I specifically, while the abbot's talking, as Rook slinks off, can I be watching the people to look
Mhm.
for somebody showing signs of unwell or
Sure.
Anything that looks out of the ordinary that they're not just like
Do an
here
insight
and-
check.
love a guidance on this one. This will be one to succeed, and I'm rolling terribly.
Yeah, you could.
Really are.
Get it.
I'm having a
Holy
terrible night
dog.
for dice. 15.
No, not really. There's a little bit of a commotion as he finishes talking, and basically everybody stands up and starts to line, like form like a communion line or wrapping around, to go forth and say some things. But you don't really see anybody that seems unwell. As they kind of start going up to talk, saying like really vapid stories about these people, like, Arnold, he really made that soup, man. It really was something. Rook, you're heading down there. I would like you to make a survival check for me.
Ooh. I'm really good at those. Oh, I am good at those.
You get down there. Rudd seems to have been, no pun intended, booking it down here. You get down there to the base of the stairs, and you don't see him.
Damn it.
You hear very faintly signs of him panting and running.
Oh, I follow. I
Try.
run after him.
You can try. Yeah. Go ahead and make another survival check for me.
Oh no. Ah.
There it is.
You do your best. You kind
Can
of
I-
follow him to the south, it seems, where you're going, but it's like things. He's moving things behind him. He's moving things in front of him. It's like fucking. I'm trying to.
Can I like climb on top of the bookshelves and just like?
The space between the top of the bookshelf and the ceiling is like a couple feet, like just enough room for these weird statues.
Okay.
You follow him southward until you reach a stone wall, and you're like, where did he go?
I don't hear his panting anymore. Or anything.
No, you kind of seemed to be getting a little bit further away from him as you followed, but you definitely think he was in this direction somewhere.
Alright. I'll just start looking.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Okay. Natural 20.
You peer around for a while. While you're kind of looking around, it takes you a while, almost like the better part of half an hour, to just kind of methodically check every possible orientation and way you could go. And you come upon this stone in the stone wall, and you're kind of feeling around, and you're like, and you press in on what this one that's poking out, and part of the wall just slides down and reveals this steel door.
Locked?
Seems to be.
Unlocked?
There's a very strong bolt on it. It seems like.
Can I unlock it with my thieves' tools?
You can certainly try.
I'll try. Oh.
Oh,
You can't get it. This is an
Damn it.
extremely complex lock. And you're fucking with it for a few minutes, and you're like trying to get your pick in there, and it's just, there's a lot of resistance that seems supernatural, and then you just kind of yeet and pull back after about a minute because the stone wall just kind of slides back up.
Alright. I'll just like go off to the side from where the wall comes down and just wait there for like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Try to stay quiet.
Make a stealth check.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Good, you
Wish
can
that
have
was
my
a
luck.
previous roll.
You
but,
can have my luck tonight. There you go.
well,
You feel unseen, but you also don't see anything.
yeah.
You've been down here for about 45 minutes now, I think. You guys are up there in the Abbey just listening to boring-ass stories about people you don't know.
Just like getting antsy, like I'm bored. Just like, you think Rook needs some help?
Probably, but I don't think you would find your way to him.
Yeah.
Eventually, the abbot comes forth once more. Says, there are no words to describe the pain of loss. But I do have a song. And he just starts, like, singing this song in a language. Do any of you speak Draconic?
Oh,
No.
He just goes up there and
No.
starts doing his best
No.
Pavarotti and just belting out, and it goes on for like there's like 5 different times where you think he's done, and then he just launches into another verse, and it's just overlong, but the crowd is like totally enraptured by this. People are in tears by the time he's done.
Oh my god.
Thank
Is
you.
he any good?
Thank you. He actually is pretty good. Like, you hate to admit it to yourself, but you're like, it sounds good though.
At least there's that.
Just getting bored by the minute. Like, finish your fucking song. Get to the artifact.
And eventually, he just kind of says, thank you all. As you were.
What? He's like, stand up like,
Saunters
what?
off.
What a
Back
waste of
outside,
time.
and it seems like towards his tower.
Just pop-
Rook.
time to check this.
Some time goes by,
Yeah.
and off somewhere behind you, behind some rows of bookcases, you hear a faint.
I'll try to continue to quietly make my way that direction.
You kind of
Try to find my way over
slink,
there.
kind of slink your way through. You hear it again after a minute, just the same. You slink your way through. You hear footsteps on opposite sides of different bookcases. Go ahead and make a perception or survival check for me.
Hey, 19.
You can't quite ever get to the appropriate side, but you do see through a couple of shelves, silvery scales.
Yeah. Can I follow them?
It's kind of hard, but because he's through a couple of bookcases.
Yeah.
But it seems to be going generally in the direction that you just came from.
Towards the door?
Mhm.
The secret door?
Mhm.
I'll head back that way then.
Yep. Make a survival check.
Retrace my steps there.
Some of the things seem to have moved now.
Okay. Of course.
You can't quite get back there before you do hear it open again and then
Damn it.
close.
Oh, fuck this place. I'm gonna go back to the other side where I heard the other door
Okay.
and try to find that along the wall.
Okay, make an investigation check. I would say at this point, you guys are up there, just kind of in the chapel by yourselves, just like
Stupid.
Why?
you do get back to and eventually just kind of find a similar looking steel door with a big old lock on it.
I will try to unlock it.
Okay.
Why?
It won't give.
Alright. This is like stone walls.
Yeah.
I'll just take my little magical dagger and just like kind of make a mark near the bookshelf where it's not too noticeable, just to Mark where this is.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to be kind of along the eastern wall.
Okay. I will attempt to find my way back to the stairwell.
Okay. Make another survival check.
Yeah. Okay.
Takes you quite some time, but you do eventually make your way out. About like I would say around like 4:30, Rook. Make a perception check for me, Rook.
14.
You emerge from the stairs into the chapel.
I'll look for them.
They're there. Yeah, they're just kind of sitting there.
Oh, okay. I'll walk over to them.
Please tell me
Oh.
your time bore fruit.
I wish it bore more. God, I hate that place down there. There's so many fucking bookcases moving all the goddamn time.
You would have hated it more up here.
Mm-hmm.
And there were 2 secret doors.
Oh.
And Rod went into one of them. He, like, sprinted towards it. But they're locked, and they're hard to open. But also, saw some silver scales heading that way. Same door, not too long ago. So,
Oh, we know where we have to go.
I mean, if he's
Well,
down
we
there
saw
now.
him leave. We saw him leave here to head to his tower. We didn't see him go down the stairs where Rook went.
Well, how long ago was that
The-
when we're trying to get back?
You
We've
guys
been
have been
sitting.
sitting
Here.
in front of the stairs. Yeah.
He would
Oh.
have come this. There are more entrances.
yes, there was two entrances down there, secret ones. I couldn't unlock either, but there are 2 of them.
Well, either us getting in those secret doors or the tower, where I'm definitely going to piss someone off, and I'm fine with if it's the abbot, but
We go back to that tower that we were in earlier and look for a connection on the ground floor to see if there's something hidden. If all of the other buildings here have access to this place, because we know this one does, we know his tower does, so perhaps the last one does as well, and perhaps it's behind that other door that you saw.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like secret door number 1 is the key. But I have a feeling that might just be underground.
My guess is that all of these things are connected together, some sort of underground.
Maybe. But the abbot had to go down his tower first, then to get to the secret one. I don't know if that's just a one-way thing, or maybe it is somewhere else. I don't know. Did I have a feeling that maybe someone super strong could like pry it open or break down the door?
If they were
I
really
check.
super strong.
Okay.
Yes, Brute.
Yeah.
very good.
I had thought of maybe I just go back down there and wait. Maybe you all can find another entrance.
Maybe, but
I'm
We
not
know
very good at
people-
finding things, so
we know people are dying, and we know
yes.
the abbot doesn't seem to care and is honestly so full of bullshits that he believes the bullshits, which is very concerning.
Do you think that maybe secret room leads to the observatory?
Possibly. It can lead. I feel like it's
Is that in
fair
his
game.
tower? Wasn't that in his tower?
It was at the top of the
How's
tower.
it connected? Top. I guess either which way. Doesn't seem to be in there right now. we could find ourselves our own way in.
Honestly, considering the circumstances, I think we're probably going to have to make that choice, because,
I like it.
yeah, I also don't, I really don't like it. I don't like the library, and I especially do not like that habit.
No.
Well, I guess
I-
now's the time to be quiet
I
as we
mean,
walk around.
I don't like breaking and entering. However,
Of
if we
course,
were
of course
going to
not.
die... Okay,
Yes,
let's
yes.
go.
Where are you going?
Don't worry, I'm certain Rook will be very careful not to break anything.
Break into the tower
All right.
if it's locked,
You guys
and
head over.
quietly make our way there.
guys head over there, around the back, and you see there are 2 figures standing outside of it.
Is it the abbot and Rudd?
It's the seer and Gut.
Oh,
It's like, oh, hello. A little awkward.
hi. What are you two doing here?
Well, Gut has some suspicions about the observatory,
Uh huh.
and I thought maybe he and I would go take a look.
Oh, yeah, we were thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Let me insight check them again.
Sure.
The seer.
Like
Still
guidance.
concerned. I would. I rolled boom hole today.
Hey, that was... Hey.
Yeah, you get. He's a little bit perturbed and tired.
People in his abbey are dying. I guess
Yep.
that's fair.
I'll glance towards Cinder first to see what his read is.
While
Yes,
you guys are kind of out here, you also hear kind of from a booming voice from inside the chapel. Oh, it's terrible!
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right. Just so you two know, I saw the abbot and Rudd going to a secret room down in the library. So if that's Rudd in there,
Oh no.
You go see what that is. You will be expected.
Really,
We will do this now, since we can
Uh,
guarantee
I-
that he will not be here.
I don't think you can actually get. I mean, you're going to have a difficult time in the tower. There's a spell cast upon it. Guards and wards that only allows certain people. But I am one of those people.
oh. Should we look to see who that body is anyways?
Would you? I don't want to talk to him right now. If it
Alright.
is Rudd, I'll report back
I'll be
here
quick.
in a few minutes. I'm just going to pop in with Gut, and we're going to take a look around here very, very briefly,
Yes.
and we'll be back
Okay.
out here.
Alright. Do you all want me to just run over there, take a quick peek, and come back? Or do we all want to...
Should probably take backup just in case.
That's fair, that's fair. Alright, either all of us, or... me and Millicent.
All of us.
Let's just all go.
Let's go!
Right, you see Gut just like, I hate this part. Just kind of like scoops him up and just like holds him really close, and then just makes his way in the door.
Alright.
Protection from the. It's fine.
Yes, they'll be fine, I'm sure.
Shut up! You guys head back to the chapel. There is a small crowd gathered, and you see very dramatically, very Pietà style, the abbot just kind of sitting with his arms out,
Oh
and
my
with
God.
Rudd in his arms, seems dead.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, what? Rudd is dead.
He just kind of, as you guys come in, he's like, Look, the poison. He just holds the hand out, and then the fingertips are blackened. The killer has struck once more. I was walking through the library, and he stood there. I heard a crashing noise, and there beneath one of the bookcases, he had slumped against and knocked it down, and the statue fell upon him, and you can see that his head is totally mangled.
Oh. When did this happen?
Just now, I came as soon as I heard.
Oh.
God.
You knew about the poison. How? How could someone do this?
Well, usually it's like ingested.
Yeah.
Ingested.
Hmm. Could it have been the soup?
No,
I checked the soup. I already
Check
checked
the
it.
soup.
Yes.
What else did he
It's not
eat?
soup.
Did anybody see him eat something? Oh, I should go find the seer and have him take him down to see Tobin. Where is he?
Oh wait, it might be.
think
Didn't
you're
you say it would be best to put this place on lockdown? I think now is the best time to
You're
put
right.
this place on
No
lockdown.
one leaves this room.
Yeah.
But wait, where's the seer?
Oh, do you want me to go fetch him?
Well, where is he? I can go get him.
Oh, I don't know. It's
Well, why did you say
it's a
that you
big
want me to go
place.
get him?
I could
Because
just go
it
look.
seems-
I imagine because you're the one that's locking the place down. I'm not gonna lock them down.
And it
They
seems
don't-
best for you to be here for your people in this time of
You're right.
strife. For
These are trying times. I'll stay here. You
They
go
need
look
your
for the seer.
leadership. Do you think somebody else is gonna die here in that time?
Possibly.
Probably.
All right, we'll be so quick. Goodbye. Let's go.
Guys head out. True to their word, the seer and Gut are standing outside the tower, just kind of like pacing.
Hey, Rod's dead.
Oh dear.
he
I
was also poisoned.
asked him to look into the library into a matter that he had come to see me about. There's a strange book up there in the observatory. Yeah, I
Oh.
took a look
What's
at
that
it.
book?
It's all weird magic mumbo jumbo.
I mean, could you give me an idea? Maybe
It
I can
seems to
help.
be about breaking a particular spell.
Like,
I didn't really
Like-
understand most of it.
oh,
Okay.
I had to look at it as well. I don't really. Something about. Have you ever heard of the sequester spell?
Sequester.
no.
Would I have heard of it?
Make an Arcana check.
I mean, I guess I am proficient in Arcana.
Guidance,
make a
Yes.
check,
Yes. Ugh.
18.
You've heard of it in passing. It's a spell that high-level wizards can use to lock things in stasis.
Hmm.
I've heard some mention before. Yeah. Just to break that.
No, it's well, yeah, something like that. Yes, I couldn't really interpret most of it. I was trying to be quick, you know. That was the one that was
Yeah.
really looking at it. I was looking around the rest of the room. Not really much. I don't know
Well-
why he's so secretive about the place.
That would make sense considering the area we just came from, and the other areas that we were traveling through, all had the date was the 30th of Hav.
Yes,
So,
you
if he's-
mentioned. I heard you mentioned that to the abbot. It's concerning if it's true.
And
Yes.
if he's trying to look up something to break a stasis, you guys might have been locked down for a while.
4 months.
Well, what are we going to do?
Is you work with the abbot? Is he at all amenable to anything reasonable?
Usually, he has gotten a little more eccentric lately.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Also, being that I definitely feel like he's the murderer.
You see this person from the chapel just kind of like wandering over. Oh, there you guys are.
Yes.
The abbot left the body outside. Said you guys should take it down to Dr. Tobin, and we're gonna go back in the chapel and lock it down so nobody else can get in or out.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
People in the chapel are going to start dying unless we figure this out.
Well, was he just getting people that he thought were getting too close to? Maybe he did make the mistake with the artifact and now is trying to
But-
undo it and killing
But the
others that
soup man?
Well, he did take up food to him.
Oh,
So
maybe he
maybe
caught him doing something he wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to.
Yeah.
That could be.
There's a lot going. I need to think. Yes, as do I. Will
Did you retrieve that book from the tower?
no.
Well, now that he is locked
Fuck.
down
I-
in the chapel and not leaving, I feel you probably could do so.
Good idea.
I imagine there was probably some way to open those doors down there. Maybe I should have fucking like pulled the books on the bookshelf. Oh, well,
No.
it's too late now.
All right, I'll go back up and try to procure it.
Look for
Oh,
keys.
can you let us in there to look around the tower?
Doesn't exactly work that way. I mean, you can try. It's
Oh.
just going to all look extremely foggy to you.
Is it unlocked?
The doors are all locked, but they open for me.
Perhaps we should touch base once we get back then.
I'll be quick.
Perhaps we should go down below and check that door together.
How will we get there? The entrance is through the chapel, which has just been locked down.
Right.
The other entrance is ostensibly at the bottom of this tower.
Right.
All right, well, I need a walk. I'm gonna just drag that body down to Dr. Tobin.
Maybe we should go with them and look at the other 3 bodies.
And see signs of arsenic.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think the answer is in this tower ahead of us, and we just have to find a way to manage the situation.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll pull out my thieves' tools. Oh wait, actually, Sia, could you just normally open this first door, please? Thank you.
Then, I guess immediately it's entirely obscured.
That's not gonna be great.
No, it's not, and I don't have a lot to deal with that.
I imagine you both didn't find any secret passages.
Were we supposed to look for them?
Yes.
I guess not. I don't know, ideas?
The stairs are filled with spider webs.
Oh.
Guards and wards. It's a bitch of a spell.
God.
It might try to
Yeah.
charm you.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's close the
God.
door.
I'll
Alright.
I'll just go and try to take the book, okay?
Yes, okay, great.
God's just like, what are we gonna do with that body?
Nothing for now.
As far as we understand, the doctor still has some time to come back from the beach.
No, it's about 5 o'clock right now.
Oh, so yeah,
Even
so
if you hold
The
this
sun
body
is
down
kind
to
of starting to go down.
even if you hold this body down to the doctor and we don't solve out what's happening right now and the abbot is locked in the chapel with the rest of the people, I suspect all that you'll come back to is another body to be carried. So for now, I think
I'm
we're
just
best.
trying to look out for myself. I don't want to be the next body.
I
Then
mean-
well,
don't
perhaps
spend-
we should bring the body over to the doctor.
just don't spend time alone with the abbot.
Nope, that's why I want to
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The body is just a convenient reason for me to go.
Yeah.
And I have lesser restoration, but
It's only relevant if you find them before the poison kills them.
yeah, there's that. And also the whole statue falling on them and crashing his head. Really?
Yeah.
It's a certain series of events.
Each of the bodies has been found in such a way as to draw attention away from the poison.
The door just kind of opens and Seeger steps out. Okay, 2 things. Book is gone, and now there are a bunch of animated armors up there.
Oh,
How did the
wow, he really prepped.
I no longer feel safe here.
I think he probably prepped like, an hour ago. when we basically told him that we had a lead on him.
I would like to leave for the time being. Yeah, me
There's
too.
a body over there for you.
Yeah, we'll go take that down to Dr. Tobin.
Have you had anything? I mean, I guess I can't imagine that the poison be transferred
We've
through all
been
the food.
careful not to eat much the last couple of hours.
Mm.
There's no spells that specifically do that. That's just straight up poison.
Yeah,
I would like to talk to Dr. Tobin about these other bodies that you discussed as well.
yeah.
If they are dead by poison, I can't imagine that the abbot who did that, because he
No,
hasn't left. So if
it was,
if it is, then it's something else. But if they're not, then I don't know.
The bodies by the
Let-
beach, I mean, right?
Yes.
Oh, those were a popper crash. That different.
Okay.
Oh, right. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, just to clarify, that
Okay.
was
Well, I don't know.
We also don't know where the other people from the other crash went.
yeah.
Right. We'll compare notes once you two get
Yes,
back.
I don't want to be here anymore.
I think we should go check that door again. Only this time, not just me bumbling around.
If we can
Perhaps
get
together we can open it. Yeah, that's right. In the chapel. That's why we didn't do that.
Unless before the seeker leaves, he can guide us. Can you go back in this tower one more time and check on the basement floor or like the ground level if there is any sort of hidden entryway
certainly
or
look.
mechanism? The abbot made it from here to the library without going through the chapel, so I'm fairly convinced there is something here that allowed him to do that.
Then we'll take a look.
If he could lead us to
Wanders off
that,
for another several minutes.
then I imagine the guards and wards, though problematic, would not stretch into the library, and that could be our entrance to the library.
Yes.
He's
Also, can I
away for a time.
Can I look around to see if, like, are people just in the chapel at this point? Or
Yeah, there's
is-
nobody out here right now.
Okay.
And the sun goes down. Yeah, but the seer returns. You see Guts just kind of pacing. Seer comes back out. And I couldn't see much of anything, but I was a little bit scared to go up up because of those things. Looking around at the bottom floor, no, I don't see anything. It doesn't mean there's nothing.
I would imagine that maybe the secret passage might be where the animated armors are.
Yeah, and like, I know people of all walks come here, but like, the abbot hasn't been very. I don't know. He hasn't really. He doesn't seem endearing to the students to begin with. I'm kind of surprised everyone just kind of eats him up whenever he walks into the room. I'm
Well,
concerned if we try to confront him.
Place takes a lot of
That's-
weirdos in.
Okay. I'm concerned if we try to confront him that the innocents will get harmed only because they believe the abbot is a good man.
I don't really know what the answer is, but maybe you should probably be around too much longer.
Well, we cannot leave until we discover what the source of this.
I just mean here at the end.
Hmm.
This insanity.
Don't think it will, admittedly. I think it's going to get worse, or
We have a unique opportunity to leave for the time being. I'm going to take advantage of, and so is Gut. So I will return. Speak with Dr. Tobin, though.
Are we welcome to use a room or something for the night here?
Yeah, if you want to. The outer wall should suffice. Yeah, you guys
Perhaps
are
we
also
just-
really fucking tired at this point because you
Yeah.
did not sleep yet, and it's basically reset the day, and now you're pushing on exhaustion's door.
Perhaps you go lay down for a while and
Yeah.
I guess
please.
just see what happens in the chapel during that time.
Yeah, try to take watches.
Eat nothing aside from food that you brought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill all my meat.
Oh my god.
There we go.
She
You
was
guys can
prepared
find
for this
a
day.
room, an open
It's-
couple of rooms in the outer walls here. See the bells chime for the evening service that the abbot holds in the chapel as Gut and the seer fuck off to town.
Yeah.
You guys can take watches.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Find a room that has like a window that maybe we can watch.
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay. I can go first.
I'll stay through the night with each of you.
Oh, right, yeah. You can roll one and I can roll one?
If you like.
Sure, why not? Wow. Okay. It's like, Cinder, maybe you just stand right in front of the window the whole night.
Yeah, you
That's
got you over the course of the evening. You see after the evening service, you hear them close the front gate of the abbey, and you see the chapel doors opened, and students are all kind of ushered out and to their various quarters by the abbot and by the usher. Hours go by. See the kind of the lights just kind of dim around as the evening grows late. No sign of anybody kind of wandering around. Yeah, there's not too much to see. Thing continues on. At around 1 o'clock in the morning, from where Cinder is just kind of stoically making a watch, you kind of look off towards the north, and you're keeping an eye, and every so often you see what looks like a little flicker of something, but you're not sure what. And then after a couple of minutes, you see the entire back tower, the central tower, up in flames, which quickly spread to the abbey itself. And very quickly, the whole thing is engulfed in fire.
Is this thing
Including where we are.
No, you're in the kind of outer wall.
Okay. Just the main central.
Yep.
was this like a stone building?
But a lot of wood. But
Okay.
yes.
I assume I see that part as well.
Yes, everybody, you guys suddenly look out and you
I
see...
just-
Mm.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do about that part.
We go.
I would like everybody to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh,
Oh,
sweet
okay.
fuck.
Oh no. Oh,
Oh, I'm really good at those.
oh no.
Yes.
Of course, I roll.
You're all fine. But you're all just kind of like, all right, what do we do? And then suddenly, you sit up. All of you separately find yourselves in a bed. In different, separate rooms individually. Small wooden
Oh no.
rooms.
Oh my fucking
Oh
god.
no.
Looks like a small, like, inn room.
As in, not at the
Not at the Abbey.
Is there a door?
Yeah.
Go to it.
You guys all just kind of poke your heads out, and you find each other in a hallway.
We look outside a window and see if it's still the island. Like,
Yep. So
Is
early
it the
morning.
village?
Yeah, seems to be.
I was wondering when I was going to reset, so it were.
What's
You
up?
see another figure poking her head out. It's like see Jensung. It's like, oh hey guys.
Hello.
Ugh. Weird. Ugh. Alright. Get some breakfast.
Okay.
Let's go downstairs.
Yeah.
Head downstairs.
Go downstairs. But
Find yourselves at the Wizard's Will.
Find the proprietor.
Yep.
Yeah.
You see this what is she? Human woman, braided light brown hair, probably late 30s. Oh, how'd you sleep?
Fine. Please forgive the strange question. What day is it today?
It's the 28th of Dor.
Thank
It's-
you.
It's the fucking what?
The 28th of Dor.
28th.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Time's going backwards.
2 days before, yes.
Yeah.
It
this
was
is
the
loop.
it was
We
the
found the loop.
whatever the day I said it was at the beginning. That's the day it is again. I thought I said the 28th.
Oh,
For you
shit.
guys, it was
Okay,
the
never
30th.
mind.
Okay.
For them,
we're
it was
time
the
looping,
28th.
y'all. Same day. Time
Oh.
looping, same day.
Okay.
That's much better.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
we
thank
go to
you.
the Abbey now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
See, there's a couple
We
of
go to
people
that
sitting at the
fucking tower.
inn. A couple of people sitting in the front room at the inn. Just one of them just kind of like,
You all right over there?
What's your
I
name?
don't know what. It is like this half elf man, like light thinning brown hair. I think Jordan?
Did you crash here?
I don't know.
Found your hopper person.
I'm
We need to
just
go
having
fix
one
this
of
before
those
this
mornings,
happens.
man. I don't...
Yeah.
We need to fix this soon.
Yeah, have some food on me or something. I'll just put like 3 silver on this table.
Thanks, dude.
Yep.
Oh, we need to go straight to that tower.
Yeah.
Just make your way out
Let's
into the
book it.
town.
Yeah.
The abbey stands pristine as it was, and we'll stop there.
Yeah.
What's
Go
this?
straight to where
Math?
Matilda was.
What's this?
Yep,
Matthew
yep.
putting in a time loop?
Oh, shocker.
Crazy.
What can I say? I love my time loops.
Yeah, the second's like, oh, what are you talking about? It's summer, and it's like, I know what's happening.
I was like, yeah, there it is.
It's Groundhog Day, baby.
But we didn't die.
No, we didn't. We survived.
Everyone else is.
The abbey of sin.
Oh my god.
So yeah, a little bit shorter tonight, but it's late, and that seemed like as good a stopping point as any. So we will pick this
Yeah,
up next
that's
week,
fair.
and you guys will probably solve all the mysteries.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Yeah. I feel like we're gonna just truck our way through.
I had
Or
to. I
attempt
had
to.
to have my time loop. I
I
just
have
had
somewhere.
to.
I didn't realize this would be this early,
I
but
just had
Yeah,
to. I didn't
yeah.
know when you guys were gonna come here.
yeah,
Yeah, fair enough.
it was nice. It was cool.
I
Well,
am.
yeah, Lindsay didn't get to play in Termina. So
Yeah, and I was like, I get the full
this
experience.
is- she gets her time loop.
My time loop.
This
Loops.
one's only a day long,
Uh,
not 3.
Yeah, I keep shrinking them because the first one was a whole week, and then the second one was just 3 days, and this one's just 1 day.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Honestly, like the one-off, or not one-off, but a podcast I used to listen to had a time loop that was like a couple of months, and I'm like, that's a super cool idea, and now we're doing it. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
Loop.
loops, brother.
The loops.
I like my loops. and I won't
Wrestle.
apologize for it.
Wrestle.
Oh, jeez.
1689, folks. You heard it here first. All right. Well, we'll see you next week. Be good.